Salam. Hold on there. Okay. Yeah, man. One roll of spliff. No, me I go and roll a spliff and I take in the same break, yeah.
I try to build up a little thing on themselves. Build up a little thing, yeah. Yeah. Once again.
Is that?
Once again.
Yeah. It's the incredible rhyme animal. Well, yeah, but the you know that were you getting a little bit of what I was saying?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was late today, but crazy things was happening. Yeah, we're working on an idea. Get fatigue.
So why don't things at all?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Might as well drink all the patilla or something. Why don't themselves? Good, so what? See.
So, yeah, man. For the purpose. Will I rest?
Yeah.
I'm going will I rest? Will I rest? It's not easy, you know, it's not easy to link. It's not easy to make the best out. So, you know, we'll try our best. Like me, I'm out of my mind tired, you understand what I mean? Like I was starting to sleep crazy, but you understand? Before me even come on the thing with them. I'm just like, yeah, it is weird. There's lots of stuff. You just have to just keep pushing. And just do what you have to do in life. Yes, when you get into what you wanted to find out, or no, you doubt it in terms of whatever you wanted to. I don't know what you're really trying to do.
Yeah, it's it's deep.
Oh,
okay. The little computer thing, because I didn't think what. God, at the end of the day, I might forget a new laptop. Like,
yeah.
I was saying I want to get a new laptop, like with a upgraded Ableton, and get an upgraded Ableton, like, and just start fresh, like, just,
right.
You know. Instead of trying to fix nothing, because we got Toledo yesterday.
You did? Wow.
Yeah, we got Toledo yesterday. And it must have like. So what am I saying? Like $400 or $500 to fix the screen.
Right. Really? Fix it? What do you mean fix the screen? They just supposed to replace the screen for $99.
I know. All my tells me is like to get the screen dealt with. That's some $400 or $500 thing.
Nah. No.
So what am I saying? Like.
Nah. I mean, maybe, but like, all right. Put it this way: I got the Fifth Avenue Apple. Eh? Oh. Yeah. No, when I had just come from Jamaica, what was that? That was November? Something like that. December? I can't remember. But whenever it was, I came here and my mom shipped computer from Jamaica to here. Screen looked like Me no know. Look like some color raindrop on our screen. I never draw. Like bare colors. Kind crack up. You understand? It's shattered. And they replace the screen for $99 or whatever. At Apple. So I don't know. But maybe I don't know if I can't remember if she was under warranty or you know what I mean. But like, is your warranties up? Is that what it is? Like, what's going on? You know that? You. Ear. You feel real local. Here. Yeah.
You never hear me look
No, I just know me. I hear you.
Yeah, them new headphone, them new iPhone thing a joke now.
Menina I hear you. Menina I hear you. Menina I hear you. What did I say?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. Yup. What's up? Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We had to stop.
Why that's not working.
We had to stop. Headphone coming like a dead phone. Yo. Seems to be like a lead phone. Did it? Yeah.
Yeah. You can't hear me?
Yeah, me here. Good.
Okay, yeah. This is a more compatible thing.
What you do? What you do? What you do? Change headphone or something?
Yeah, because I use a headphone with an adapter.
Okay, no.
I have one, just an headphone that's like that, so I bet that.
Right.
Less going through less things, so
Yeah.
less chance of fuckery, so. But then one thing interesting, I gotta actually look into that Josephus business.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
And
it's a great documentary. It's a great document. It's very lengthy. It's a book. It's a whole book. It's a whole book, and it talks about different things. Like, there's different histories discussed in that book. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, but I have to check it. I have to check some of the things that like. Guys, I never end in research.
You know that. And that's like this shit that like maybe 4 years ago I was super into and overstand it and just let it kind of like fade away a little bit. And then And then like, oh, and then niggas be like, yo, what's up with that? I'm like, God damn it, like, if I even like, you know what I mean, like you see niggas that do lectures and all that, they didn't memorize everything.
Exactly.
Like you like if you want me to speak about something, I gotta put some notes together, like so that I could like gather myself.
Organize your thoughts.
Right. Because like you'll leave and I'll be like, oh yeah, like that thing, like that was the like, cause there's so much stuff going on, including extemporaneous stuff like music, stuff like scales, stuff like, you understand, like there's a whole bunch of stuff floating around in the head cup. You know what I mean? And that's what I was saying. I was dropping asleep, like with my daughter in my hand. It was 9:30 something, and some food was coming to deliver. And so I'm there waiting. I'm like, come on, man. Like I'm hungry. I didn't eat all day. I worked all day. Like I want to eat something before I get on this thing. And then, just I don't know what happened. I was dropping asleep with the girl in the hand, and they said go get the food. And by the time I come downstairs and I take 2 bites, it's 10:13. I just kept seeing 10:40 something in my mind. I didn't realize that the time was moving on. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh man, like I'm bugging out. Like I'm trying to keep track. I knew that was I knew that would happen to me when it was 11 o'clock in the morning. That's how much work I had, like, doing, like, today. I'm like, yo, I spoke to Dave, like, earlier. I was like, watch, I'm going to be working non-stop from now till that exact time. Yeah, and I did. And I was. It's just the way it is sometimes. But I give you more to receive you less. Man, I work hard. If you don't have to work so hard later, you understand? Once you take set, it's set.
Yeah. Yeah, prepare himself for better. Come on, come on.
Remember?
This is alright.
No man, them something that nightmare, brother. But okay, see, I'm remembering now. Like, but I'm remembering now. This is the mizwa. This is our shoe bread. You understand? This is our shoe bread. This is an offering. You dig what I mean? I'm like mizwa it. Offering, mizwa it. And this is our bread, like lamb's bread, like, you know what I mean? Because bread is something that you consume. You dig? Bread is not necessarily wheat per se. Yeah. It's an offering of his life. So you understand me? And there's enough significance to the shoe bread. Enough significance, catch me like 7 years ago. I was wilding on that type of shit. Just trying to understand it, like, but I let it get away from me. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna study back. You know what I'm saying, just to be able to, you know, because like I end up tending to condense things into larger points that, like, I think is much more useful to us in a practical sense. You know what I mean? Like, and if anything, find equivalencies in what we're doing. So it's because it's not about religiously following what niggas did before understanding the larger points. Do you understand? Like, so to me, like, you got to understand why you're going through all the trouble to go through the minutia and follow to the T. If you don't agree with the larger points, then what's the sense? Why pretend? Do you understand what I mean? So I think that niggas should fuck with the larger points. So I try not to get into some of the minutia, like what the priest responsibilities were per se. But sometimes it's relevant to actually deal with that. The Kohanim duties and responsibility, because that reflects what they have to do for the people. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you get a sense of what needs to be done in general, even if you're not going to do all of that. You know what I'm saying? At this time in exile, in Galut. So enough things we can't do, enough plans we don't even have access to. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you ever used to see, because they was describing what is the thing, the lulav, like, you ever see, like, when the converts them carry like this flat, like clear plastic with certain plants in it.
Not really.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's the lulav. You know what I mean? But like, you understand what I mean? Like, I walk with plants. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I just always find it so interesting, because like that.
Oh yeah, I have seen them do that. Yeah.
You've seen it. You've seen it.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
You've seen it.
I don't know about that.
Matter of fact, I was talking to you one time, and like I was doing the baraka with a convert one time. Like, I was going to the grocery. I think I was on the phone with you, and then like I had stopped with him and we was doing the baraka, and I remember it now, because remember I was doing the Amarinia one, the Abeitu ante baruk ni amlakine yezemenat nagus. You understand what I'm saying? Abeitu ante baruk ni amlakine yezemenat nagus. Amlakine is ge'ez, because they actually say amlakachin. But I like to say the ge'ez one because it makes me cooler. Obviously, right? Mm-hmm. In older language, boom, you're cooler. Right? But the way I say the barak ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, like that's the Hebrew one. It be locked, and then sometimes it just it goes away for a little while. I was sitting down today, and I was just like, and it just came to me, because it's just like, the Amarinia one, Abeitu ante barukne, right? Father, our Father, or, you know what I mean? Abeitu, you know what I'm saying? Father, you, rather. Abeitu ante, you are. Father, you, you know what I'm saying? Ante barukne, you are blessed. You understand what I'm saying? And then the Hebrew, you know what I'm saying? Baruch ata Adonai. Right? So you see the similarities in the language. Is beautiful. You understand? Baruch or ante barukne, right? Like Abeito ante barukne, right? Father, you are blessed. Or Baruch ata, right? Ata in Hebrew, ante the Amarinia. So it's still the same. You know what I mean? Ata and ante is still the A-N-T or the A-T vibe. You understand me? So Ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, like my Lord, you know what I'm saying, in the time of the king. You understand? So it's official. You do what I mean? Because you're doing something official, you say such and such and such in the year of our Lord. You do that. If you want to make an official document, you have to say when it is. And the way to do that is to tell what ruler is in charge when you're doing it. You understand me? And what ruler were you born under? Like, that's the old way of documenting time. You know what I mean? Like, and so, like, it's even in the prayer. It's even in the prayer, like the structure. As a matter of fact, it could have come from that. The structure of how to make something official. It's like how people be like, yo, I swear to God, and they don't even, they're atheists. Atheists say that.
Yeah.
Because like that's the way how you get people to that's how you convince people, by saying that, like, or something similar to that. Like, even if you've gone past like believing in a particular religion, the form is still there.
Yeah.
You understand me? Just like A, B, just like A, B, C, D, E, F, G is still there, even though there's no meaning to it anymore in this current form. Like, what does A mean? What does B mean?
It's still used, yeah.
Right, but the format is still there. You know what I mean? But the Aleph, Beit, Gimel, Dalet, Hey, Waw, Zain, Chet, Tet, Yod, Kaf, Lamed, Mim, Nun, Samechoin, Pei, Fe, Sade, Kof, Reshin, Tau. That whole Aleph, Beit, where even the word alphabet comes from. They're not doing that. They're not like, yo, the A is for ox, or strength, or God, or like, you know what I mean? B is for bait, it's house. They're not doing that. They're just like A, B, C, D. It's just a phonetic.
That's how it developed.
Right.
Like,
So there's no larger value system like underpinning, like to it.
Yeah, it's phonetic, strictly
Right.
sound.
Straight up.
Strictly about sounds.
Straight up sound generator.
Yeah.
It even retains the name, Aleph Beit, the first house,
Yeah.
like the first schoolhouse. Like, you know what I'm saying? It still retains the name, and it doesn't mean anything. This is the alphabet. Like, what? Do you know your alphabet?
Because that now means a group of letters. Like,
Exactly, alphabet. Like, it's 26 letters, alphabet.
and it doesn't. That doesn't literally mean that, but
Nope.
that word in your head.
Right, that's what it equates. It symbolizes, yeah. It's a placeholder or whatever for that.
Doesn't necessarily mean that, but
No, sir. It doesn't.
I mean, it's a system, like a system that.
That's the first dembo. That's the first
You
dembo.
you say a song and it means something like.
Yeah. It's a sound generator, like the alphabet. Like you deal with it and it goes be, sa, da. Like you just hear, you get sounds out of it and you can work with those sounds.
It's a function. It's like
Right.
a function, but you hear that and you do this, like
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't mean something. It's just a function.
No, it just
Your alphabet, A, B, like it's
yeah.
like,
It's a system. Just learn it and learn how it works.
you know, it doesn't actually mean like the word alphabet doesn't like have a meaning and a root like to the thing, like
In as
it's
far
just
right.
to the thing itself. It doesn't just I use a word that can mean this. Like,
Right. But that's
but
what
it doesn't have a meaning in this language itself. Like
right, but it's dope to me because they never trouble it. It just came down to the ages. Like it wasn't even like somebody like, oh come on, don't name an alphabet because I don't want anyone to know that. Like they just was like whatever.
it just survived.
Right. It's just like it's like an artifact. Like it's an artifact of the past. Like organically like comes down to us through the ages, and then you study it and it links back up because no one didn't trouble it. Like the white man gave you the alphabet. I mean, they had the gun, and then they had the gun or something like that. Or I think somebody.
And they had the letter.
No, I think someone had the gun. I had the gun. They had the gun, and I had the alphabet.
And the alphabet.
And then you're not gonna fool me again, like George Bush. Like, I mean, fool me once, and they had the
We
alphabet.
had the alphabet.
They fooled me once, and they had the alphabet. But you're not gonna give me a gun again. Like who has the gun? I love that George Bush though. He said he said fool me once, and shame on me. You. You fool. You ain't gonna fool me again. Fuck it. Let's just get to it. He's like, cause he looked at it, he's like, this is not worth it. Like I'm going down in flames right now. He just said, fuck it, let me paraphrase.
Bottom line, you're not gonna fool me again.
That's all I'm saying. Fool me once, shame on. I'm gonna say me, you. Like I don't know who it is. You ain't gonna fool me again.
You're not gonna fool me again.
Say, try to pretend you don't understand that part.
Whoever it is, you ain't gonna fool me again.
Whatever it is. However it goes, you, sir.
Whether it's me or you.
I don't care who it is, you ain't gonna fool me again.
I don't care what color you are.
I don't care what color. You ain't gonna fool me again. Nigga. Mm. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. That's funny, bro. What was he talking about? The George Bush thing licked my chip, man. I can't remember that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Just the language thing.
Right, and the alphabet and how history was none too kind on certain things. Yeah, so, well, that's the thing with invasion and pop down thing, you know. Enough things get lost because pussy will come invade, you know. They not preserve the thing where we're establishing, you know. They just want like ransack the place and loot the place and fuck 2 girls, rape 2 girls, hold 2 goals and run up and down. You see me?
They're just a hustler.
Yeah, right. So them are push down all things where significant to you and your thing where you established. Them are kick down
They
that.
were set up for hustling and nothing to change.
Right.
Nothing to change. But they were set up as a hustler.
Mm-hmm.
But you never set up a nationalism. You never set up guns.
Nope.
You just took over and just kept things running. You just grabbed the baton and just kept moving.
Yeah, you know, Talib, like the girl, her name Talib, a congresswoman, Talib.
Oh yeah.
Yo, me see a clip with her, man. She really did a great job, of exposing certain things when you come on to the census. Actually, I show the brother where I talk about the census, say, I fuckery, she show the man say right now. You not force me to say I'm white, the way how me a Arab and the way how my things set up and everything. Me a different man from Uno, fully. And Uno I disappear my experience as a person of color. You're disappearing me by forcing me to say that I'm so-called white, which what the hell does that even mean?
A joke thing, man.
Like they force her to put that on the census, and she was like, yo, I want the thing to fix properly so it can reflect who I am, so that the thing can there's lots of stuff I can't get into everything, right? But I'm going to try sending you the thing Dean Calloway, you know Dean Calloway, right? Yeah, and he did a good job of trying to highlight some of the histories of the census board and so on. He has his issues, but he's trying, okay? You know what I'm saying? We all knew that the heinous history, vaguely, I'm sure, of the census, but you know what I mean? It was good to refresh on exactly what happened from someone else's perspective, because when you're studying, you're looking at certain things, you do? When someone else is studying, they have a different focus, even if it's the same subject matter. They may bring in one little thing where you never looked on it. Or you did look on it, but you never see it the way them see it. And that can help you in what you're seeing. You see me? Even if it's, this nigga don't know what the fuck he's talking about. But what happened is, you tested your thing by listening to their point of view. You understand? So you have to do that. You have to do that.
Any idea? Only the fertile soil can have a growth on it.
The only what?
Can only have a grow in a fertile soil, so.
Right.
A good soil, so.
Right. That's Bible. That's Torah.
Yeah, so.
Right. But it's so interesting. It's so interesting you say that, because again, and each high holy day is a planting day or a reaping day. You dig? Number one. Number two, my mom there was another point I wanted to make, but I can't remember that part. My mom called me today, or did I? No, I called her, but she texted me because she did something with our garden, and then she said, "Yo," she want to test our soil. You listening to me?
Yeah.
This happened today, man. Because she put in something in there, and she feel like the pH of the soil, you understand, off to what she wants to do. Because it's not grow good the way how she wants it to grow. So she had to go take a sample of the soil and give it to the people then to give her a reading of what is in the soil. Because we mix soil. If the soil is deficient in something, we mix that in. You understand? Because you want all of the things. We eat the food when we apply. You understand? So I don't know where you cut corners for your food. You eat the food from top to bottom. You germinate, you grow it, you reap, you cook, and you cut corners by yourself, bro. What did you say? Like 1437? I don't understand. But you spoiled the soil. It's so ill. What was you saying about? So yeah. You said you referred to that scripture where it says like some of the seed fell on dry land and it burned up in the sun. Some of the seed dropped in water and drowned, and some of the seed dropped in good fertile land, just paraphrasing, and grew. Like, and I love that scripture because it's showing you like everything happened. Like, oh, yo, some of those seeds is burning up in the sun. Yeah. Yes, they are. And some is growing very well. And some have its own problems in the water there. You good? Like, different things happening. And there's a reason for everything. We could get into it. But some people just see it as all of the seeds should go all like, I don't know about that. I don't know if that's going to happen all the time. Get used to certain things so when it happens you don't pop up, you know what I mean?
Everything that.
Yeah. Like everything don't go like that. And it's fractals, it doesn't mean it's imperfect. It's perfect. In the sense that it's just the way it's supposed to be. And I can get into it too. Like, oh, the seeds that died in the sun, they're gonna become this and they're gonna do this. They feed the birds and you know what I mean? Like, anyway. Like, I mean, it's easy to see what was going on, you dig? But it takes too long to. If you don't know certain things, it don't even make sense to tell you.
Exactly.
Like it's too late, bro. Like
too far gone.
Yeah, this is your favorite subject.
Too far gone.
The unreachable, the incorrigible. Like you can't.
Can't reach him again.
No, don't even waste your time.
Far gone.
Yeah, man. You can't tell. Like, why say any of that stuff? You're just offending them. You're just creating an enemy. Leave that person alone.
Making things worse.
Clear.
That's making things worse.
For what? They're only gonna reject what you're saying anywho. Like, chill, bro. Chill. I don't have anything to say about certain things to certain people. Nothing. And I lost the basketball thing and the football thing because I stopped watching sports. So now I can't speak to nobody. Like, cause I can still speak about sports, but on some general shit. I can't talk about the game that happened yesterday or anything like that, and how you didn't see the turnover that he caused by doing X, Y, Z. But I can speak about sports, or I can use sports as a reference. You know what I mean? Analogy, you know. But I lost all that shit. I was nice with that shit too, because I committed to watching sports for several years,
Like when we was doing music and all that, when we was in Ireland, I never used to watch sports them time.
Time of season car. You see, like different time of season. Everything.
Right.
The time of season thing car. I always continue, like, there's gonna be things I'm not gonna do and keep doing it for a while too, like,
Yep.
I realize it's a seasonal thing or go on. I mean, I'll come into something, I'll come out of certain things, I'll go into certain things,
Alright.
like certain things that straight, like, all the way through. It might be a one or two things that will on for a long time,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
a couple things. But yeah, but you know, I look at things more time.
Yeah, man. Then the thing of cycles and there's a wheels. There's Ezekiel prophecy. There's wheels within wheels. A wheel within a wheel. Like it's like a gear. You understand? This turn, but I know that I got turn to something where you want to turn. This I got turn the gear where I got turn the thing where I got turn to something where you want to turn ultimately. So it's a system again, right? And that refers back to the Torah portion and like and Mose going over all of the duties of the priest, like for the priest to get a review and for the people to get a review of what their duties are to appreciate what it is that they're doing. You understand what I mean? Like what I want to do is I want to try I just have so much physical work and other shit and music and all kind of shit to do that like I really want to find like this video that or a series of videos, a couple of stuff dealing with that subject matter from a Rastafari perspective. Like, you understand what I mean? That nigga can't make records like me, but he did do a great study on shoe bread, right? You know what I mean? So stop it. You know what I mean? Let everybody who do something, let them do their thing. You know what I mean? Like, because like there's things that the nigga miss. You gonna kill him? We can't gonna fight against Jamaican? Why? Because you're I see, because you're Jamaican, you don't like that. Oh, I see what happened. That's your problem. Alright.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So it negates.
I see why you there. Years.
Me either.
Years, but everybody have a right to like move into some other area. Like,
right.
Everybody have a right.
Again, the thing is interesting. It's just very interesting to me because it's literally a nigga that I know. You understand me? So it's like it's just so mind-boggling to me. Like, it's so crazy. I saw it all unfold before my eyes on the YouTube. But when I met the nigga, it was in a 12 tribes function. So it was a one love. You understand me? It was. So I'm gonna see all this. And I gotta say, 12 tribes is a Jamaican centric, Jamaican born movement. Nobody, nothing. All right, sorry. So you really gotta be a nut. Eh?
Like-minded thing, like for real to get the full experience, like if I find some like
yes,
like,
yes.
You know what I mean?
So I did. Yes.
Thing, like a comfortable experience.
Right. So your thing can start, relax and expand instead of you're on guard at all time because you and the people them hate each other.
Yeah, that's a value to that.
Mm-hmm. So the point is that I don't know what happened because me meet him in a settings where there's no real room to hate Jamaicans per se.
Right.
So to watch him online, I'm like, oh, see my youth there, and then over the years, see him progressively like really start to show man saying he hate Jamaican.
I don't know, man. A lot of people got seduced with that, like American Israelite doctrine, man. Like
he definitely got that.
It's very seductive. Mm-hmm. Like we are like us. Like
right.
American,
now
like,
he could not resist it, bro. Like all the Rasta, even Rasta, over the years, like he want to say him a Judah, but the thing
that's
about
very attractive, especially when a lot of people and during the movement is very attractive.
Right.
Like we from America, like
Right.
from this, like imaginary, like
Right. From here
like,
to here.
we are Judah. Like,
Right. From Boston, from the beginning of Boston to Chicago proper. It's
to
just like,
California, like
yeah, like what? Like when did
and
that?
to like the southern like line of like wherever they market.
Right,
Canada,
right.
Like, as far as it, like
Right. Weird.
like we're Judah. Like
Yeah.
so like it's
With
a
no
very
foundation,
seductive-
like just the Bible
it's a
alone.
very seductive thing. They're all like they're running with it.
Yeah.
They love it. They
Yeah.
love it
Yeah.
because it makes you the star of the Bible.
Exactly. And
The whole thing of the Bible.
boy, I
is
really
us,
want that
like,
to be the case.
right here in the United States.
Don't even have to know.
Like,
We don't even have to learn Hebrew. We don't have to make no effort. We're already the greatest. Like we suspected all along.
we don't have to do anything, but then they have this is still a doctrine because they have a doctrine that like just us gonna come out of the sky. Like
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
everything up. Like they still have that doctrine. Like it's crazy to me, man. Like with that like crazy like white beard looking guy like
Yeah. The
that,
damn.
like,
What is he?
African American looking like.
But what does he look like? He looks like a specific person. I want to call out the name.
like a futuristic African American like.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, just coming out of the sky one day, just, I'm here!
Like a fucking superhero, like Zod, like General Zod, them, like.
With like one foot like up, like one foot like up, like with the other one straight, like one knee
That's
bent up, like.
what? Flying though, but like kind of hovering,
Yeah,
like treading air. Yeah, that's. But and also like your fists pointed upward, with your elbows bent, and like one slightly
Right.
asymmetrically, like the left one asymmetrically above the right one by about 7
Exactly.
inches. With that like,
Exactly.
and then you say with the feet and the leg posture, I'm here, and then you go, and then you fly toward like where like the knee angle and like the raised fist, the higher fist. That's the direction you would be flying in. Yo, different zodiacs and different say Lithuanians and so and the like. You understand what I'm saying? And
American, Black, Hispanic, and Haitian.
Yes, sir. And non-free and all free persons and mulattoes and huh?
So silly, but it's very inviting.
Not including the different African Americans and the Mexicans, and not including Guam. Those guys are assholes.
We, the chosen people of the Bible.
Like,
The Mexican, Guatemalan,
oh my god. And come on, and left-handed Polynesians. Let's not play around. This is biblical. And different Guam and different Guadeloupe and
these guys cannot be serious.
oh my goodness, I almost lost it.
Oh,
No, but don't, when you start to go down that litany like of different category and signifiers, you don't feel funny. You don't feel like
Black, Native American, Mexican, yo, star, like, that's like, man, that's like when you see the value of education, there's those moments.
Oh,
you see
yeah.
The value of education, but like these guys are clueless. They have no idea that these nation states are arbitrary and like.
no, they think
like,
they're
and that borders were in flux. And, like,
they're taking nation statehood for granted.
Yo, for granted, straight for granted. Like,
Yo, I still can't do it with a straight face. It hurts to
take your turn.
it hurts to pretend that granted is granted. It really not even as a joke I could do it like without like hurting. Like and that hurt. That hurt.
Why do I take for granted?
Yo, John, yo, that is the epitome of That's yo ignorance like to the world like that's how the yo.
That's like them. Like that's just like them. Like they would do something like that, man. Like them I do them thing that man. Like with the Negro thing and them thing that like them I do them thing that.
Yeah.
Them I do the granite thing like
Yeah.
in a different ways like.
Yeah, exactly. See?
Like that ignorance.
And that's the reason why I'm in love. That's why the reason why I'm not love, but that's the reason why I'm rate the youth when I'm being Callaway.
Callaway.
Because he might try and best to show certain idiot man said there's a thing in this hemisphere we're going when the man now look fine brother and you know you need not you need not look any further than certain documents and to see how them did a treatment like people the census used to show up and oh some man with gun the US Marshal used to come and say yo yeah black so no brother I'm Cherokee you know what I'm saying you're black. And them have instructions. They had instructions that told you what to do when you go out there. Like, if you're a white woman and you live amongst so-called Indians, and in your neighborhood you're looked at as an Indian, then you're an Indian. If you have one drop of black blood, so-called, there's something named black blood. I don't know what it is, but you could have 11, 10, 11s, whatever else. So them diss the program, and the census is a big tool for help erase people.
Big tool that people still use.
Like it's a big tool. Like to this day, there's a congresswoman that's complaining about the census. And the man a joke in a Congress, he might run some joke with her.
Well, the people don't care that, you know.
Hear him now? Well, we're going to address it in 2030, don't worry yourself. She said, yeah, great. Another 10 years being disappeared by you guys, which I can't afford. Okay, so I don't exist for another 10 years for you to go do folly and joke out my thing again.
Yeah, but the whole thing I joke already from the start, like, it's a joke. They're calling people things that are not nothing to this
Exactly,
day.
like, bro, they enforced the Balak thing, like, they had instructions, like, it wasn't even a natural thing, like, don't ever tell me anything about no James Brown, like, that shit was in place way before that. It was enforced, and
they make it, these people just feel like anything that's written in like an official thing, I just like take granted. It's just from granted, like. You know what I mean? It's just written in granted. You know what I mean? Just take it for granted, like you can't.
So I get. So what's a loan and what's a grant? I guess that doesn't exist. If granted doesn't exist, then a grant.
Ain't know nothing like that. You kidding me? Like, man, I reach some vocabulary.
All right, sorry. No, because if we're getting rid of the word granted, then we can't have grant.
Man, know them things.
Yo, you finna know the word grant, bro.
You kidding me? Like, man thinks I'm my name. Like, it's a my name you're talking about. Like,
yo, you know something never even think about that. I joke. Yo, do you know that did never enter my mindset? Man usually name grant.
And then man, the man think more like
John, no.
It's grant and then man, I think about them kind of like.
And there's people who cannot think past certain things. Like there's people that when they hear the word
that's
grant,
like an oldish kind of English word, like
yeah.
grants, like
wow.
grants, like only time you usually hear them thing that is like some scholarship,
right?
Or
Some
like
school thing, yeah.
Non-profit or like grants, or
right.
government thing, like
Grants and loans. Yeah.
Man, I use that thing that a regular vocabulary, like. So did you grant me something? Like man, so it's like it's coming like it don't exist. Like if you're not in the world where you're seeing that word, like.
Why can't you grant me a favor?
Man, I'm coming to come like one time things. So man, that's like.
All right, Genie. Genie, in a git, him grant your wishes.
Yeah, but like if it ain't in the world, you know.
Ah, if it ain't that genie world.
Yeah, world, like you never watch a genie movie.
Right.
Yeah, 20 hours. Yeah.
And you don't, yeah, and then not much genie movie
You never
nowadays.
watch a genie movie or read a genie book. You never
Right.
like look for the scholarship. You never like see a thing like.
And
you
you're
might
not
even know there's a word named grant. Like
right.
you might not even know. Like
That's true, you know. No, it's a God truth. It's a truth.
and I know when people now reading a book or not a newspaper or nothing, I just text it straight like.
Right, and hearing. They might hear people talking.
So like, no man now read book again. Like, are you like kidding me? Like, so like you might not even know that word there. Like, you might not know it. Like, you might not know there's a word named grant. Like, easily happen. I mean, well, we're smart, you know. That for a long time. I read books for decades. Like,
right, so we kind of come across certain things.
Come across certain words. Like a man like in our teens or like early 20s, like might have never seen that.
Also, the shows them, the reruns and some of the old picture them where we could have seen, like just the writers that we grew up listening to their movies and their TV shows and stuff. They came up in an older time, so we're still hearing.
Exactly.
We're still hearing
we're
those.
using certain terms.
Right.
Like still being used. So
right.
Certain them telling they get push out. Like,
yeah, man.
Get push out.
It's like Jamaica, like you know what's thing with them man, with them people, the septarians, them usually use terms and concepts that you don't know about it.
Something get push out. Like all the time, like certain things change. Like. I mean, the man now, so like, I mean, certain things now just not say again.
Right.
So, the times, like, certain words become, like, archaic, you know, like.
Obsolete on these things.
Something all the while, like.
Mom to me, good words, then.
Yeah, she is old, she is old.
Well, you know, because them even have like about six other letters in the same, just to even dovetail back into the same topic we were saying earlier. They have at least six, I can't remember, 5 or 6 letters in this that they used to use from this so-called current alphabet. Yeah, there's other letters that have the sounds that they don't have those sounds in English. Well,
right.
They kind of did. One time, I didn't know that, but I have. Yeah, I have them somewhere. I could pull them up, but.
I'm sure there's definitely letters on things that I use more like old English and things.
Yeah, like, all right. You know, you've seen 2 of them already. You know the one where it have the A and the E together.
Right.
And like they used to use it for aether.
Right.
Like it's not ether, it's aether. A.
Right.
A.
Yeah,
but they don't do that word. They don't do that in English no more. A. It's either E or E. They don't do A.
Yeah.
They don't do
Or
A.
they put the 2 of them. Like,
yeah.
Back to front. Yeah.
Right. But that's not an E and an A together. That's a letter.
Right.
Like that's its
that's
own.
Not done anymore. Yeah.
Right. And then the other one you've seen before with the O and the E together, like Beowulf,
Right.
like Beowulf,
Right.
and then something that,
Yeah.
like those are letters that and they have their own names. What you say?
They were trying to arcade, like the ampersand, like almost like how you have the ampersand and then things like certain things was like will survive from an older time.
Right.
They have symbolic meaning. Like,
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so it's I just usage and evolution of what I used to think.
I wish I could find that.
All them things there can go into, like, there's so many areas. It's never ended.
Yeah.
Never ended, honestly. God, so many. That's why people at the universities real things set up like it's a long thing. It's a big thing.
Right.
And then like a quick thing, like there's so many things to go into to really uncover things. Like I mean, really budget.
Right. But this is the reason why you have specialists, because
Exactly.
everyone can do everything. Like,
Oh man, everything there's extensive works. Extensive works.
I have it somewhere. Oh my goodness, man. I have it somewhere in my computer, but I don't get to study a lot, so I end up
Time limited, man.
not getting 12 of it. It's 12?
Time limited. That's big.
What you say?
I want to say time limited, man.
Yeah.
So much you can do.
Right. Right. Okay, see,
So much you can do.
okay, that's Ash. Ash is the name of that letter. The A and E together. The name of it is Ash.
Can't imagine, man. I really got you.
Yeah.
Really got you.
We got another one called. There's another one called F.
Really.
The upper
They
lower.
get to certain threads at a point, and then after a while, they kind of lose it all the time.
Yeah.
You know, and you revisit them.
Ah, see, you just named it. You just referred to it. The ampersand. See, today we just use it for stylistic purposes, but the ampersand has had a long and storied history in English and was actually frequently included as the 27th letter of the alphabet as recently as the 19th century, as we refer to it and so on. So interesting.
Wow.
Okay, the O and E, the OE one that I was telling you about is called Ethel. Ethel. You understand me? There's more of them. There's more of them that I didn't even. There's more of them that I didn't because I had like 6 of them written down like years ago. All right, you know, like the S, you know that the S that looks like an F. It's called the long S, and you see that shit comes from Hebrew because there's certain forms of like kaf. Like when it's at the end of a word in Hebrew, it's a different form than how it looks when it's in between a word. So just certain things, artifacts of how you present letters and what letters do, and at the end, right at the end of a word, a letter can look totally different just because of where it is in the word. So it's so much stuff that you understand me. See, there's an N, like there's an N that has like a J at the end. It's called Eng. Like, come on, man. Like so when you talk to me, like, you know what thing me can't remember that me know about. You see me? I said, like, you can't come with a little simple argument to me. I mean, no, say you don't know. Say there's one heap more letter in English where you don't know about. Shut up your mouth, brother. Like you don't know nothing. You understand? Be a vulgar topic you bring up.
Well, yeah, you know what, man, push on.
Makes sense.
Push on.
Nothing wrong with it.
Well, the crowd is saying that, yeah.
I want to see you, man. A rest off time, you know.
Yeah, man.
Jive time.
I think all I met, you know, man. Well, the same best, yeah, you know.
Me give thanks to the item. Me give thanks to the item because you understand me? Raised and clean, man.
Come on, you know?
Yeah.
Such a
Alright, you know.
Yeah, man, I'll let that
You know. The thing, man, we didn't know where the feet. Yeah, man. Send that salam.